Morning, folks. It's Stacey Calder from the Business Success Network and Magazine. I am here with my coffee on the couch as usual, and I'm talking today to not just a sponsor, and this is the first time we've done this actually, and I'm so pleased that it's this person. So we have got a sponsor and a judge today. So the impact that this lady is going to have at the BSN Awards, and we've just been putting the world to rights for 10 minutes actually, because I did say we were going live at 10, but we don't really stop nattering. And that's what networking does. Sometimes when you network, you cross paths with people that you just love and you just get on with, and you can just have a natter with, and you become friends, and you don't see each other for 10 years. And then you kind of chip away at them again. And then like now you get her on lives and you get her doing conference talks and all this kind of thing. And she's probably thinking, oh my God, where have you rocked up from again? But we love our Anna. So, and it's not, wow, so many Annas actually this year. So it's not my Anna, it's our Anna. It's the network's Anna. It is Anna Davidson. Everyone's called Anna, like network at the minute. Have you noticed? My PA, Anna Fox, we've got Anna Green sponsoring. There's a lot of awesome Annas.
Isn't there quite a few finalists with Anna?
Yeah.
I keep seeing Anna everywhere in Business Success. So
I was wondering if it was you.
Name, you know?
So you are, like I just said, we're talking to the sponsors at the moment. So you are sponsoring Product of the Year, but you're also a judge. So you get like lots of promotion. You get lots of, you are now part of the woodwork, basically, Anna.
Don't like to do things by heart, You're going to make impact, go for it.
But this is the thing, isn't it? Like I said, we've networked for years and years and years. It's got to be nearly 50. It's got to be 13, 14 years, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon it's like 2011, 2012, isn't it? So yeah.
We were both younger mums. I would say young mums, younger mums with children, grabbing hold of our legs and all sorts. And it was,
now we've got teenagers going down.
Yeah, and I thought it got easier, but it just doesn't, does it? So, what was I going to say? So you were at the conference. You spoke at the conference in October. We talked about the awards back then, and you were saying, product. I mean, product for you is such a good category, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why did you tell everyone why it's such a good product and why you chose it?
So I used to say I'm the econ queen. I'm trying to get away from that now. I'm building a brand called Econ Profits Lab, which is for business owners to kind of like pick and choose what kind of training that they need, because e-commerce has always been my thing. So I launched my first product on the Amazon marketplace back in 2013, not long after we connected. And so I have a lot of experience of selling on Amazon, with Amazon being the biggest marketplace, and off through my own stores, and sold products in all sorts of different categories and niches. So I started with supplements. Ironically, I did a prenatal vitamin, sort of women's mums type health vitamins, really. And that was because my background was corporate pharmaceutical industry, which sort of turned the other way. But, going into health supplements, had some knowledge. Then I went into beauty products. Then I went into men's health and men's beauty. I did beard grooming kits with beard oil and stuff. I've done different...
My husband's a big fan of that stuff. I'm like, oh God, I hate beards, but I shouldn't say that because he's got a big beard. Yeah.
It was when it first came out. Remember when it was all on trend, wasn't it? Like everyone was growing their beard. So I'm always looking for like the opportunities. So different toys as well, and I built a bamboo range of different products, and I've sold in the US and here in the UK, and did Europe up until Brexit, and just started to get back into Europe. So I've had, over the year, I've done electric scooters and segways and all that kind of stuff as well. So I've got a whole round of experience of selling different products to different customer groups and different niches on different platforms, but it's all been online based. 1 year though, I did sell Christmas decorations, and because like you, I'm always trying to inspire my children. Our local community had a little stall, and I think I've always had that. I've always had that kind of hustler vibe about me. And I had this stock left, and I thought, right, I said to Jacob, come on, we'll go and sell it down here. So we did a little market stall in our local community. But yeah, mostly.
And did he sell it? Did he sell it all?
We sold most of it. There's still a little bit left. It's like that market style of, come on,
Yeah.
on now, we want to get rid of this.
And that, that takes a lot of time and effort, but I love those kind of events, because I think when you're in business, often a lot of people start out kind of market stalls, event stalls, those kinds of things, and they are like the forgotten business owners, because you can go to chamber events, you can go to FSB events, but there's still a certain level of, even when they're sole traders and these tiny micro businesses, they've got some fantastic products. So we've encouraged that with the awards. We've encouraged, doesn't matter whether you are a micro, market trader, or whether you are a bigger kind of company with a production line and whatever. And so, I just think it's good.
Everyone's going to start somewhere. And I think everybody understands that concept of buying something for X price and selling it for this, or everybody's always sold something, whether it be on eBay or Vinted or Facebook Marketplace. You've either sold something, and it's exactly the same concept. When you're then selling on Amazon, you just, you're testing small and scaling from there. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, if you like that kind of hustle vibe and negotiating.
Well, I love the fact that you're bringing your children into this now, because they are, like you said, they've grown up with watching you run your business. I think there's a lot to be said about that. My kids, well, one of them is like, God, Mum, there's no way I'd go into like social media and media. They did media studies in year 9. They'd sacked it off by year 10. They were like, no, I can help you do a podcast.
Yeah.
I've turned them the other way.
Conversation. I think they do too much theory at school that puts them off.
I know. I'm like, get a microphone, you'll be cool. But it is interesting how, they adapt and they change, and they get it. They've seen Mum doing what they're doing. They've now seen Dad start to do it. So it's a bonkers way of doing stuff, but we love it. And you were just saying you might bring your son to the event. So
yeah. I'm thinking it will inspire him with a room full of business owners. And we've already got his suit from Vinted, of course.
Oh, there you go.
For his prom a few days before. So so I'm thinking
So Carrie Ann is an ex-science teacher in school, and she's now got a science business, like a children's activity provider, and she's agreeing way too much theory in school. So erasing.
Well, I did. I went in to talk at my son's school because the business studies teacher found out what I did and wanted me to come in. I think it was to tick a box, to be fair, in one of their modules. We have a local business. Anyway, I did the talk, and then it went into me working with them for 6 weeks.
That's really interesting, because I went in and did a talk in a school in Nuneaton, and the guy, so I knew the head of the year 11 girls. He wanted me to go in and give them confidence before their GCSEs, which was lovely. He's now at a different school, and he's messaged me saying, oh, we do these career fairs, we do these talks. He said, I am so sick of it being the same old, you could do this or you could do this. He said, can you just come in and because he said, you are not a normal kind of, route to market business owner, if you like. I didn't do uni. I didn't, all those kinds of things. But he knows that, we've been in business 15 years. I've been into school. I can talk a good talk. I can inspire them. So, I'm going to go along and probably ruffle some men in grey suits the wrong way. But, why not? Let's do it.
I really enjoyed it. And what was great was, I know there are creative people, but I think children can be so creative with their different ideas. We had like a couple of girls that teamed up, and they made all these digital downloads on Etsy, doing party invitations, and they were really good, really well designed.
Yeah.
They had like the boys, wanting to kind of create the next sports brand, and they were doing like hoodies and caps and all that. So it was really great because, I was doing print on demand with them, because then they didn't need to invest anything, because they didn't have anything to invest. But it was really fab working with them for 6 weeks. And it wasn't the plan. It just kind of naturally evolved. And the business studies teacher was like, hey, I think we could create a business and go around schools.
Do you know what? That's really interesting, because when I was in primary school, now this is going back to the 90s, I remember being in kind of year 5, I think it was, and we had an initiative. We used to sell mouse mats, computer covers, all those kinds of things. It was called All Saints Initiative, which was the
Wasn't
school.
it I'm doing Young Enterprise. Remember that? That was similar.
I do vaguely remember that, but this was just, I mean, we had a fax machine, this is how long ago it was, in the back of the classroom, and every so often it would ring, and we were like, and you know, you'd sit in the class in English, and suddenly the phone would go, and everyone's going, oh, who's going to answer it? It's a sale. And it was great experience. And then, you know, you'd have to go to the post office and post the goods and take the receipt back. And looking back at it then, like, we had no idea what that teacher was doing for us. In fact, I probably until this moment just didn't even really think about it. And then you're like, wow, yeah, because the school were getting their brand out there, and they'd got all these kids running a business. It was fantastic. So yeah, it's bonkers. Anyway, we were not here to talk about children, although you know, we do go off on a tangent. We were just talking backstage then. So you are a judge. You've already noticed people are starting to connect with you, and you know, who is this Anna Davidson? What do you think when you get, because you haven't got them yet, when you get your nomination forms and you get all that info about the finalists, what is it that you think stands out for you? What are you going to be looking for?
So I think
that's a really hard question to throw.
It's a really hard until you've read them.
Don't say bribes, because your inbox will be full.
Yeah, bribes. No, I like chocolate. No, I'm joking.
I said that once. Don't do it, because I said chocolate chip shortbread, and someone sent me an Amazon box of packets of shortbread. It was amazing. Thanks, John Beek.
So obviously it's you know, I've obviously sponsored the product category, and there's so many different categories, isn't there, to look at? Yeah. So it depends what the category is. I think I'll be looking for different things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of product, then let's talk about
the product. Yeah, okay. So product, then I think for me, when we're developing products, it's always about the customer. And Amazon nailed that. And it's not just about, oh, this is all about Amazon, but Amazon focus on the customer. I put something on your post yesterday when you were talking about marketing tips. I don't know if you about, you know, marketing is a bit like going on a first date. If you just talk about yourself all the time, you probably won't get a second date. That's probably why I'm single. To be honest. It's all about me. No, I'm joking. But it's true that when you do marketing, it's got to be about the customer, isn't it? You've got to focus on the outcome and the solution. So when I'm developing products, it isn't just about flipping a product and selling a product. I'm thinking about the competition and the current market, and how to differentiate, and looking at, you know, things that are needed. I'm trying to give you an example now. So I did, this was a few years ago, I did a baby carrier bag, you know, for like nappies. And I noticed that all the reviews were saying that the strap was a bit weak. And obviously I knew as a mum, even though I wasn't a young mum then, I knew that you needed a robust nappy bag that is going to hold everything and be strong. So then I developed one, and then like had it as, you know, I think it was 2018. So it was like 2018 strap, new enforced strap, you know. So it's looking at what is currently available in the market and developing something that's going to stand out, and also being really creative. So thinking about the customer and being creative and looking at what your differentiation is. But I'm also, for me, it's like you were saying about how if someone's like a startup or someone's been in business years, that doesn't make a big difference for me with the finalists. It's going to be if they've nailed that, focusing on the customer and their differentiation, and they've been creative, because we've got to be creative to be competitive these days.
Absolutely. I'm just reading the comments as they're coming in. Carrie Ann's watching. So knowing your customer is so important. And actually, something you brought up earlier, you talked about Amazon, and you are, you know, I know you're trying to get rid of that Amazon Queen branding, but you are like, there is not a lot you don't know about Amazon. And Amazon does get a bad press, but we all use it, right? We all and we get frustrated when we go onto other websites and they're like, oh, the shipping will be 3 to 5 days. Now that used to be normal, but now with Amazon Prime, it's like, oh, it's going to take 3 to 5 days, and it's frustrating. But what we don't see, and what you've just said there, you know, you're developing products, you're a business mum, you know, you've got a family, you started off as a small business, you are a small business, you know, but you've got all this background knowledge, and you're using Amazon as a platform. There are hundreds and thousands of sellers on Amazon, just, you know, everyday people that have took on this information and are using Amazon as a way of getting their products out there. So it gets a bad press, but actually there are lots of businesses behind that business.
Yeah, there's lots of third-party sellers. In fact, it's around about 60% of the products that are sold on Amazon are people like me. So even though people, like you say, sort of slag Amazon off, there are a lot of small businesses who are trying to do their thing now that the high street is going, So don't, I think a lot of people think they're buying off Amazon because they'll send me messages. I was expecting more than this from Amazon. I'm thinking it's me. Do you know what I mean? So people perceive they're buying from Amazon, but actually 3/4 of the products are. It's important, like you say, to remember that.
Yeah, it's interesting, and as like you say, when you start championing other businesses and things like that, I was doing it this morning. Somebody was having a right old rant about MLM. How dare somebody comment, and offer an MLM? And I'm just thinking, it's just a tool. It's just a method of sales, and we need to remember this, that there are people behind that business that are just.
Everybody that I have a debate with about Jeff Bezos or Amazon, at the end, I'll say, but do you shop on Amazon? And they always say, yeah.
Yeah, of course they do. Absolutely. We were saying something earlier. My son's got a rugby tour on Friday, and I'm like, oh my God, time's running out. I'm either going to have to run into town or I'm going to go on Amazon. It's just.
And we're living in this society now where the kids wanting things now, aren't they? Like Uber Eats mentality. Like, I want it and I need it now. And
that's definitely. We need to teach them a bit of patience, I think, sometimes as well. Right. So we talked about products. We talked a little bit about judges. We were talking backstage about getting brands out there. We obviously have the most amazing, I'm going to call them swag bags or goodie bags, whatever you want to do. We've got them sponsored by Matt Richardson, so he's providing them. We always say to people, come and put some stuff in, get your product or your thing, your merch, whatever it is, get it seen. And you were saying, because you messaged me last night, how many people, what are we doing? Goodie bags, come on. You want to stand out. So we were kind of just batting some ideas around, but we would love it if people are watching this now or #replay later on. We want to hear ideas for you, right, Anna? We want to know.
What would you love to see in the goodie bag from me? But also, what I didn't mention to you beforehand is that the winner for the product category as well.
Exclusive announcement.
Go on,
tell us. I love an announcement.
Basically, I'm toying with a few things, because I'm reading Carrie's.
I want
to win. So there could be. I do a few things. So I do a coaching program for a year, which is an investment of £3,000. I was thinking of. I was actually thinking of giving someone a place on that.
Wow.
Thing is really. I did this a few years ago where I actually won a competition. It's all about me. No, it's not. But I won this competition with DHgate, which is a bit like AliExpress. And I won Champion Spot, and Champion Spot got $5,000. So I decided to give, I don't know if it was 2,000 or 1,000, might have been 1,000. I decided to give away part of it to somebody and the coaching program, because I thought if I was a start mum or a single mum or some, I tend to focus on women. That wouldn't that be great that you could have a coaching program for a year and also some investment to buy stock. So it was kind of, I was thinking a similar thing, but without the investment of stock, having a coaching program for a year. Or if there's people that want to do a book, I do a 2-day workshop in Birmingham and also in London. So it could be a place on that, which is £1,000 as well. So those are the things I was toying with. I don't know what people.
Oh, I bet you all wish you'd entered Product of the Year now.
Exactly.
Oh,
I definitely think it's worth investing in something really substantial that's going to actually impact someone and change them and have like something to be proud of. I've always been somebody that gives a lot of value because it always comes back.
Definitely. The fact that you're going to be in a room with 200 plus businesses and you've just given away a prize that is, that substantial. And actually, Danny Wallace did one. I think it was the first year. She gave away part of her Be Inspired, whatever it be heard kind of thing. And the winner was so grateful. I mean, she was shouting about that product. She was shouting about the prize. And I know that we had Linda Reynolds one year. She gave her winner, I think it was afternoon tea for two at the Ritz. Now, she's a travel agent. So, you know, for her, people are literally taking selfies in the Ritz going, we've had afternoon tea. Of course it works. You know, it's amazing. And we as the awards hosts love it because we can shout about it. We can say, oh my God, amazing prize, you know, book your tickets, do whatever. So it works really, really well. It gives us great content. It gives you not just
give the winner a choice then, because some people may want to do a book. Some people may want to get their product that they've already got, like, or launched onto Amazon, you know, in that.
Well, that's even so just nice, aren't you?
Have a choice. But what I really want.
Welcome to Anna's buffet of choice.
Anybody that's watching this, obviously, there's 220, I think you said, people for the event.
Yeah,
approximately. So really, I need to provide a little bit more than that, like 230 of something to go in the goodie bag. So if anybody's got any like suggestions or ideas, I've got a few, and I don't want to give them away because I want it to be a surprise.
You're so good at saying that because I was just about to start putting out all what we were talking about.
I want the impact of it, but if there's anything you think that would be great,
somebody tag in Matt Richardson or Jodie Fletcher because they're really good at this sort of stuff. They'll know exactly what Anna should be putting in those bags. They're just so good. Carrie has said, "Food, always food."
Yeah. I have.
Sure you can do an edible Amazon treat.
Oh yeah, it could be. Actually, that is a good idea.
Cookie, a book-shaped cookie.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? But a pen or a notebook as well. We've got one of your product finalists here with a book. I'm really excited for product of the year now, especially with the book. So there you go.
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. So I'm so excited. I can't wait just to have like a really good bash and really good. I always think awards nights are always really good for like meeting people, networking, having a good laugh, celebrate. Because you know, us business owners, we don't really have like a proper Christmas do.
You don't have your Christmas
like events. You know, exactly.
You don't have your coffee around the coffee machine every morning or your meetings and stuff.
I had an idea actually. We need to talk about this separately, but I thought about doing an e-commerce event. And I thought you might be able to help me because you are like the event queen at the end of the day. So we should talk about.
There's a book in that. Yeah, so I love an event and I wish I could hold my hands up and go, do you know what? Yes, I'm the event queen. But I don't think I am. I think our team, you know, the Annas.
Yeah. Of course. When I'm talking about you, I'm talking about the team. I'm doing without the other Anna.
Yeah. Like genuinely, and she's on a week off this week, and don't I know it because my inbox is like going mental because she's like, oh, I've CC'd you into everything in case they reply. I'm like, great. Love her. She didn't even want the week off. I'm like, go do it. So she's amazing because you know, I rang her and went, let's do some national awards. You know, exactly what you said. Small businesses don't get the recognition. They don't get the glamour and the glitz. Someone said yesterday, sow the sizzle, not the sausage. You know, they don't get the sizzle. They don't get all this. Let's do it. And so we did. But Anna is the one with, and I'm not joking, if you saw my spreadsheet, like the master plan, it's got about 10 tabs across and the cells are about 900 down. Really? And it's like, yeah. And I daren't touch it, even though it's a working document. I'm like, Anna, I've added something. And she's like, yeah, I can see it. But the formulas and everything, I am like, whoa, because she is so detailed.
Yeah.
So, you know, have you paid this? Have you done that? Have you bought confetti for the table? Has the photo booth man got his electric pat testing? And I'm going, like,
yeah.
I just want like shiny lights and welcome to business success. You know, I just want all that jazz. Like you said, it's like it's all about me. It's not. Absolutely not. Carrie has said she is over the moon at being a finalist in the Community of the Year. My event on Saturday with Community. It's such a cherry on the top to announce that again in my talk. Sorry, off topic, but still on backline. It's not off topic.
Carrie is one of my friends on Facebook, so I've seen all her stuff before. And then
have you noticed this week since Sunday, like all the sea of purple that is the awards that have just everyone's like nominations, their finalists. It is literally a sea of purple. I was sharing it onto my personal profile, and I thought, in a minute, my dad's going to message me like, "What is all this crap on your Facebook?" Because he doesn't get it at all. But it's been lovely to see. It really has. So I'm really chuffed that you're going to be a judge. This is the first time that we've had a judge go, do you know what? I want to sponsor as well.
Some anti-aging cream, do you know what I mean? Because you only become a judge when you are old and experienced.
Experienced, not old. Not old. Honestly. Look, no, there we go.
I'm going to say I'm really, really excited about all of it. I'm really excited about all of it. And the product, you kept sort of prodding me about the product category, and you were so right. And I'm so pleased that I'm sponsoring that as well.
And do you know what? It's really, so I've literally just had a message off somebody who said to me, oh, I'm launching this new business, and this is going to be like next year. I want to talk to you about sponsorships and working together. And I'm thinking awards, I'm thinking sponsors. And I network with his partner. And so I was like, oh, I've sent her the packages before, but I am really conscious of being that, I don't want to be that person in the inbox going, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. So when you said that about, I do drip feed. Don't get me wrong.
We've got that relation. We know each other.
I'm like, and I do it with you and there's Julie Williams. And if Julie Williams is watching this, she knows I'll be like, because she says to me, I'm shit, just keep nudging me. So I will nudge for a while, and then I'm like, do you know what? I'm bordering on stalker now. So let's take it back a little bit. But it is that thing, isn't it? Of you have to be proactive. You have to go out there.
Because there's so much noise online, and also people are just so busy in their business. And actually, a lot of times, people have got the intention of doing something. They just
we were just talking about my book, weren't we? We've all got the intention. We've wrote 10 books. But, it's the actual getting it out there. So I was just saying.
Anybody, on that note, can I just pitch my book workshop next week?
Yes, go for it. Please do. I might join you.
I've had somebody drop out, and it's at the Birmingham NEC for 2 days on Monday and Tuesday. And there is a celebrity coming as well. So it would be great if anybody has like a book or a journal. I think everyone's got a book in them, and they really just want to get it done.
Does it have to be ready, or is it an idea? Or
if you're going to be writing a 50,000 word book, you've got to.
And then 20,000 words in.
Pretty much have got most of it, 3/4 of it done. But it's great for people who've got content that need formatting, or we do all your cover for you. My designer does all the cover, so that's why we need to get in quick. I do all the SEO keywords for Amazon and make sure it's going to be a bestseller and categories and all that. And we just get it done. That's the point. It's not like me standing there telling people information. It's like let's get stuck in, because we want to leave with this submitted to Amazon. So it's just like 2 days. You can tick it off, book done. So yeah, if anybody is interested and wants info, just message me.
So we were talking about this offline a minute ago, and this is the really interesting things with books, isn't it? And I can see that Carly's eyes have just literally popped out of her head when you mentioned that. So for those people that are writing books, and I genuinely believe everyone's got some sort of book in them, they've got stories to share, and this is a great way to do it. And we were just talking. Now, one of the other sponsors is Shelley Wilson. She's an author. Yeah. She mentors people to write those books. So it's almost like part one, get your content out there, get your stuff written down, which is where I am at several points with several books. But we can all laugh at Stacey, because it is a case of do what I say and not as I do.
That's why me and Shelley should all do something together, because
honestly,
do all the coach the writing,
both just do
the and then you can do the launch bit.
Exactly. And this is what I was going to say. So you've got Shelley, who for book, honestly, if you're an author or a budding author, you need to be in that room at the awards, because there are so many good people to meet. So you've got Shelley, who is about the content. She's about the layout. She can help you get your book down. I was going to say on paper, you know what I mean, in text.
Written, yeah.
Then you've got you, who is like, right, you need my 2-day workshop where we take what you've done with Shelley, basically, and put it into Amazon. And that's what I'm like, yes, that's what we need. Love that. So there we go. Then you do that. And then people come to me and go, right, make me visible. Because a lot of people think, and they do kind of breathe that sigh of relief, which is, my book's on Amazon now, it's done.
Yeah.
And that's where you go, no,
Yeah.
this is the start now. It's no longer your book anymore. People can buy that and review it without you being over their shoulder going, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like this. So I've had a couple of friends.
Well, the difference of the launch thing is that, you know, there's a girl that I've been working with, and also another coach online, Emma Cooper, and she helped with the launch, and she's, you know, now, like, I think it was last year she launched it. Now, a few months on, she's still, just from the Amazon and from the launch, because she built an email list and she did a 6 to 8 week launch, she's got that. I think it's like 1,500 coming in.
I think I know who you're on about, because I was on an Emma Cooper thing the other week and they talked about this launch. It was like a launch.
Yeah. So it just, once, you're right, the launch part of it, you need all of those three things, and that's why me, you, and Shelley need to get our heads together, because we could actually create something.
Imagine that. Business success for authors. There's a whole community here. Don't do that, because we've just launched business success for musicians and music industry. Like, there is nothing that we will not uncover for people. If people want it, we will do it. So imagine that, me, you, and Shelley. That is like a trio of that is a force. It's a great duo, and then me just tagging along. But yeah.
It'd be really good.
Oh, here we go. Look, we've said it now. I've written 7 kids' stories already, 6 in a series, 1 children's book release next month, 1 the month after. I don't recommend releasing so close together, but I will be doing summer and winter events. So I wanted more than 1 product for choice. Yeah, and I think if it's your first product, getting 2 out there. I've been saying this with Jamie and his music recently. He released his first single on Spotify, and I'm like, but once people find you, they want more. So get some more out there first. So yeah, it works with books as well, I would imagine.
You can also repurpose content as well. You know, like, I give away like a section, like a chapter or something like that, to get people on my email list, and also pre-launch to get those reviews and things like that.
They've asked for it. Look, I knew someone would. Business success for authors, business success in writing. Maybe I had a copywriter once ask me to do that. So maybe there's something in this, Anna. Maybe it's not just us having a chinwag on a Wednesday. What was I going to say? You were just saying about, don't know. Carly's message through me.
I can't remember.
I just get so excited about all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think everyone's got a book in them. I think
everyone's got a book in them. I think even if you know, like, if you're a business owner, a book is a great way to be your business card at events, and also elevate that authority, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you're, because like my accountant's coming on the one next week, because we were catching up in our like monthly meeting. She was like, I need to do this book thing. So if you're a business owner, great. If you are just maybe starting out, or because sometimes when you're new into business, you're thinking about, am I going with the right business opportunity or like strategy? If like, was it Carly? It was Carly, wasn't it?
It was Carly.
If you like Carly and you're really creative, it could be like fiction and children's stories, or there's journals, there's colouring books. I'm working on an air fryer recipe book at the moment, because I've seen.
But I've bought an air fryer. I think my husband's come home with about 3 air fryer recipe books at the minute, because let's face it, the danger is you're going to be air frying chips and nuggets in there if you don't. But there's so much you can do with it.
It's because I analyze like shopping behaviors, and it was, guess how much Ninja sold in just on Amazon in December? I don't think you'll guess, because I was absolutely blown away.
I don't know.
10.4 million in December they did, just Ninja, and that was one air fryer. The Ninja, the double, the dual one.
That's it, isn't it? Because if you're
just on Amazon, not John Lewis or anywhere else, do you know what I mean? And I thought there must be shed loads of people with air fryer. I know there are, but
and actually, it's funny you say that, because, and this is where it works. This is where marketing works really well. So I saw somebody just before Christmas, actually. So I've been looking at air fryers. We're a big family there, so it's not like we need a big air fryer. You know, like you said, the double kind of twin thing. Yeah. So we need that. There's 7 of us, and I've been looking. And I'm like, oh, do I just bite the bullet and go for a Ninja? That's what's talked about most. You kind of know that the quality's there. But I hadn't yet. And then somebody posted on Facebook saying, oh, my God, what an offer. Studio catalogue. twin air fryer, should be £200. It's 38 quid. And I went, well, that's not real. That's just not real. So I went onto the studio catalogue. I signed up and I thought, well, I'm going to test it. I'm going to see if I get this air fryer.
Yeah.
For 38 quid, off I did. I went. That air fryer is in my kitchen. It is the best thing I've ever bought, I think.
I was going to say,
£38. But here's where it worked. I'd signed up to a blooming catalogue that I didn't really want. And now I have a catalogue. And now I'm buying all sorts from them.
Yeah.
It works. Yes,
Yeah.
I got a £200 air fryer for about 40 quid.
But
But they've got a customer.
2,000. No, it's true though, it is.
Yeah.
We fall, well, not fall for it, because we get good offers, don't we? We know a good offer, and we know that creates us to be part of that community and keep repeat buying.
Oh,
if
absolutely.
repeat buyers, you know, it's also, I love that story. That's great.
I love the fact we've gone from awards to air fryers now. It's like nothing we don't cover on these. Talk air fryer to me, Anna. I've had one a few months.
It's about looking at like we're talking about that example. It's just looking at opportunities that are out there. Like, as in, I'm always looking at what are the hot products, and if there's, you know, I wouldn't want to launch an air fryer myself, but I might do air fryer accessories or books or whatever, because there's a
recently. I think it might have even been in your group. So sorry if I'm giving away exclusive content. We're talking about the trend that is the mugs at the moment, like the travel mugs.
Yeah.
They're ridiculously expensive.
Well, yeah, I know. I know, it's on my socials when I was going around John Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there's always trends. Like, some people say to me, you're not selling the same product from 10 years ago. The products change with the trends change. You know, a garlic press 10 years ago has changed. You know what I mean?
That's just business. Everything changes, doesn't it? You have to. Marketing changes. You know, I sell marketing, but I'm no longer sitting in a venue training how to do TweetDeck for Twitter, for instance, which is what I was doing 10 years ago. And I was constantly every month being asked for workshops on how to use Twitter for business. Well, Twitter's not even Twitter anymore. It's, you know, bloody X or whatever.
That was in the days of the proper hashtag SBS.
Yeah. You know, and even that's moved on to Instagram now and stuff. So, you know, there's new things to learn. You have to keep updated with it all the time. So, of course, marketing and, you know, books and everything is gonna change, and you have to evolve. So, I'm really pleased that you are within the awards this year. I'm glad that we got you. I'm really excited to send you the finalist stuff. I don't know how you're going to do it.
When do we get it?
Anna's back next week.
Of course, Anna's
we were going to send them out Monday morning, and then we thought, no, it's fine, because actually we've got quite a bit of time for you judges to have them. So
yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing.
You might be ready to kill me by the end of it, because there is, I mean, the panel that whittled them in from nominations to finalists found it really hard. There were some categories they looked at, they put it down, they picked it back up, they put it down. I think it took about 3 days for some of them. I mean, the children's activity provider, we know through networking, there's loads of great caps out there. There was over 40 nominations, and it's like, how do you pick? It's crazy. You haven't got to pick 40. You've got to pick, well, there's 10 now. So we have done a hard job. But I mean, as judges, you've got a tough job on your hands. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, folks, if you haven't already got your tickets, I'm going to be really honest. There is half already gone. There are still finalists that need to get their tickets. So don't be a finalist that says, oh, shoot, you've sold out and I've not got my ticket, because that would be really embarrassing.
Yeah, that would be. Get your ticket, finalists.
Get your tickets quick. If you are watching this and you think, oh, I'm too late for sponsorships, we do have a couple of sponsorships left. We have Outstanding Achievement, which is a great one, and Freelancer, which is also a great one. We also have, for those small businesses that want to get involved, but maybe haven't got the budget, or they can't do 200 goodie bags or anything like that, we've got a table sponsor that we've introduced, which is just £100. You can sponsor a table. You go into the awards booklet and you'll have your name on the table plan. And also it means you can decorate and theme your table, which is what I love, because we want those, like, we want people getting really energetic. So we've got somebody with a Spanish business. They're going to be bringing their Spanish flags. We've got somebody called Pink Flamingos, who, guess what they're bringing? There's going to be a table of pink flamingos. She's gone bonkers. She's like, oh, can I bring this? Can I bring feathers? I'm like, yeah, do what you want. So, you know, if you want to bring feather boas, if you want to bring bees, if you want to bring diamonds, if you want to theme your table and be that table host and sponsor, it's £100 to get your brand out there, which is really nothing. So we just want fun,
Yeah.
Anna, don't we? Fun.
It's going to be really good.
It's going to be amazing.
Right, thank you. Because it's not really that far from me. I can get a taxi home.
No.
There's always the after hours things that, you know, like the bar stayed open and all that. I'm one of those people that, you know, like, I don't want to miss out on the.
So this is the thing. The great thing about the venue, it's East Side Rooms. It is in Birmingham. You've got the Aloft Hotel, which is attached to it. So we've all got rooms there. So and one thing that I do always say, because let's face it, business does, those relationships get built at the bar as well. So we finish the night at midnight. We know that the people have to get to the midnight car park, so we tend to finish about 10 to. It gives everyone that's going a chance to get to the car park. But we always say, look, we're going to be loitering in that bar next door in the hotel for those that are staying. So if you want to kind of get, you know, Stacey, the decompressed Stacey, the chilled out kind of, right, that's gone down really well. Now I'm going to sit and enjoy a drink before bed. It's where the fun happens. So do book your hotels as well if you want to. Otherwise, like Anna, we'll just shove you in an Uber and get you home.
I'll be going for a drink regardless. You'll have to kick me out. You're not arrested.
That's why you're bringing your son, so he can carry you home. Oh, I love it. Anna, thank you so much for joining us. I always say these are going to be about half an hour. We've talked 40 minutes. Always do. Who knows? You might even see a business success for authors or writing group coming up. You might see a triple act. We just need to get Shelley on here. We've just organised it for Shelley, but she's always up for stuff.
And if anyone has any ideas about the goodie bags, do let me know.
Please either let Anna know or comment below. If you're watching this on replay, do hashtag replay. Comment, ask any questions, because Anna will pop back. I will pop back, and we will go from there. Anna, where can people find you if they want to bribe you, stalk you, find out about your courses, whatever it is? Where's the best place to go?
You can just follow me on all the socials. I tend to hang around more on Instagram and Facebook, but I have got LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. So it's the Anna Davidson, because there's loads of us, basically. So it's,
and there is, because I tried to tag you in stuff the other day, and it's like the Anna Davidson. Yeah,
it's the Anna Davidson. So yeah, come and hang out. I also try and do some fun little reels and things. So and I've got loads of different bits of freebies if people want to know a little bit more about what I do.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for your time today, Anna. We got there eventually. After yesterday, we were having all sorts of nightmares. For those eagle-eyed people, you will realise that this is 24 hours later than it should have been. For those of you that didn't notice, that's okay. Pretend it didn't happen. Right, everybody. Anna, thank you. And I'm looking forward to having a big hug at the awards.
Yeah. Thanks, Stacey. Thanks for asking me. And can't wait to meet all of you that I've not met yet. So make sure you get your tickets.
Yeah, get your tickets and make sure that you are in the room for that swag bag, because I want to know what Anna's providing now. I want to see. And the prize. Oh my God, there's just so much. Right. Thank you all. We're going now. Promise.
Bye.